Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Stop, Look, and Listen. I'm your host, LeTroy Gardner. This week, we have Tony Award winning actress, 4-time Grammy nominated singer. She's a Hollywood Walk of Fame recipient. She's an author. She's the one woman show. She's back with a new single, Love Wins Every Time, making her third appearance on Stop, Look, and Listen. She's family to the show. She's the marvelous one, Miss Melba Moore. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. What an intro. Thank you. But it's all true. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's earned. You've done it all. Like we said, you're a one woman show, and like we said, you have the new single "Love Wins Every Time." It's a hit. I mean, is this like riding a bike for you at this point?
No, actually, these days I'm scared to ride a bike. Boy, it's not like it was back in the day. Well, honey, people be riding bikes, motorbikes in the building.
hmm
It's different. I'm sorry. You said, is it like riding a bike?
Yeah. Like, is it
It was
is it just
somewhat.
second nature
I
to hop in
apologize.
the studio and make a hit?
Yeah, I know that's what you meant, but I think so. Yes. Yes.
Uh huh.
It feels
So,
natural.
like,
Yep. It wasn't difficult. But I mean, I got a really great team that brought me the right music, the right songwriters. Everybody knows what they're really doing. So all I have to really do is like the song, know that it's for me, and sing it well. And of course, I've been doing that, so it's really it's fun. Yeah.
yeah, it's coming off the heels of Filter. You know, with
Don't
somebody
tell
that's
me about
been.
Filter. I love Filter, George Pettis
Mhm.
and his wife Angela. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, what are you continuing to discover about your voice, like, after all of these years?
Well, in order for it to do the same thing it's been doing, I have to do different things. The whole body has changed. And it's fine because everything around you has changed. So like everybody just got to get up and change and figure out what to do now because things that worked before, they don't. Well, it's not only that the body has changed. We're finding out that some things that we thought were good for us are not in terms of food and your lifestyle and everything. I thought I was living a clean life, but you can't live a clean life and drink sodas and stuff like that. They seem like little things, but they make the difference in whether or not you can continue to have a healthy life and to do, the vocation, your job that you want to do. Make a lot of changes to stay the same.
Right. How do you approach, like, making music in this juncture of your career, as with the mindset of continuing to, make music that your day ones like, but also these new fans that are just discovering you?
Well, I guess make it relevant to the community that you're a part of, which is rhythm and blues or house music or set music or whatever kind of dance music we're doing. That's dance music is always going to be a hit because people have to dance. They have to. So they're going to keep creating some kind of dance. Romance, love songs and romance. I don't have the right word. I'm going to say generic. I don't mean generic. I mean, is everybody has to have that. I think the challenge is to find out where I can fit into it and where it's going to be relevant for me and still real for me. So it's romantic and everything, but it has to come from a more universal. Well, no, love is universal. That's wrong. I'm trying not to say, but it's a spiritual point of view.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to sound
Right.
religious. Older now, and you really have to kind of know what are the source of things, and you have to perform or do whatever you do from that perspective. But it's not going to make sense. It's not going to have any meaning for anybody else because I mean, I'll be singing what they're singing, but I'm not what they are now because I'm older than most people now in my field. So it still has to make sense, and people any age or any perspective can look at it and see it from their own perspective too.
Right. So just talk about, like, you describe your music as a vessel for healing. And obviously, we've had conversations previously about your journey towards healing, especially with writing This Is It. Just talk about that point when you realize that love does win every time.
Actually, I never heard it said before that way until this time, and so now I could look back and see through all the things that I've gone through that I thought perhaps I really lost something or I left something behind. I didn't because maybe I put it aside or put it into a certain place, but it's still in your spirit, in your soul, in your mind, somewhere there. But it's not at the front anymore because you've got to stay focused on today and what's coming tomorrow and what's your legacy going to be. So I think I've stayed relevant by having new songwriters, new producers, and keep. I think what's natural for me is a certain joy that gives us a certain energy. and that gives it a certain charism that will always attract people, as long as the style of it and everything is appropriate, it fits into now music and everything.
Mhm. So with this song, you worked with Rahni Song and
Yeah.
Chloe Barjona-Dunbar. How did that connection come about?
I've been working with Ronnie for maybe over 20 years. And he's a very spiritual person too. Now, so Chloe is his daughter. So now we're collaborating with the next generation. So it helps me with, and him too, continue to remain relevant, but still keep our base and our substance and remain our own identity. And, since we've worked with each other for a long time, um, our relationship and help each other evolve. So I remember Ronnie produced, he didn't write. I co-wrote The Other Side of the Rainbow. And that was one of the first songs that I sang the long note like for about 43 seconds or something like that. But he knows those kinds of things about me. So he will make the music accommodate what I want to do. Like for instance, we decided we didn't want to do that. He said, we already did that. Let's see if you can just sing the song and make it moving and everything without doing sort of like an acrobatic vocally, without doing the acrobats. So we wanted to see if we could still have whatever attracts people, the magic, the miracle of music that attracts people, and of course heals people without doing some. I think I use a little bit of my range, but not so much of some of the other acrobatics.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, obviously you're known for holding the longest note ever recorded. Like, I guess, I mean, you make a good point with just how you and Ronnie approach like your acrobatics in a song. Like, when do you make that decision of like, you know what, I want to pull this out on this song, even if the producer isn't doesn't see it.
Well, in the past, I've made the decision, and they said, "Well, you don't need to do that." I said, "Well, you don't know me, and I don't know me, so let me get to know me." That was really the issue. I don't know. Well, what is my style? You can't tell me my style. I don't even know what it is yet. But now I kind of know what it is, and I wanted to I guess be a little bit more objective and listen listen a little bit more to somebody else because I don't know. I have the kind of personality where I'm a gentle person, and it's easy for people to just take me over. So I'm always fighting for my presence in my own space. So then you get used to fighting. But I said, okay, I guess don't fight so much. Nobody knows you. I don't know if Chloe knows me, but they know me, so you don't have to do that. So why don't you try to get another perspective and listen to the music and everything they're doing from what they're saying and from what you have an opportunity to do now because you've done all that. And then maybe for the people that know you, they can hear you do something that seems a little fresh to them. And for the people who don't know you, maybe you have a chance to start over. You don't have to win them over. Let's see if the whole thing, you got a team now. You don't have to push through to become a part of your own team anymore. Let's see if you can do a group presentation,
Uh huh.
be part of the ensemble more.
Right. So I guess part of this group presentation is your daughter, and you're making music on her label now,
Her name is Melba.
Melba.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you making music on Melba's label now,
yes.
and then you're just talking about Ronnie and Chloe. So like just how the children are taking over your careers and guiding it, moving forward. Was that
Absolutely.
easy to relinquish?
Absolutely. I was just having such a good time and doing what I always know and finally getting comfortable at what I'm doing that I wasn't cognizant of the way that time is passing in terms of you're really doing what you want to do and need to do to pass the baton to your loved ones that are coming behind you. They're your children. You don't want to just hog up the microphone. I say, oh my goodness. So my thought is, let me do it on her label so she can experiment on me. I don't really know who she is that way. So let me see who she is. Everybody sees me now. You know who I am now, I thought I'm blossoming, I'm out. It's okay. Now, what do you do with that? You pass it on. That's the only way it's valuable. And then you get to stay too. So you don't have to give it up or throw it away to pass it on. So it's
Right.
marvelous, really.
Uh-huh. So do we have an album coming out this fall, correct?
Yes.
What should we expect?
Well, it's very diverse because I am.
Mhm.
So me and all my team are looking at the different sides of me and including it. We've really been conscious of making sure that our music was radio friendly because we have to have hits. But now that we've accomplished that, we've included some things that are very, very different than any normal album I would really do. Normally I would do like an album with just jazz or just standard American types of songs like of the 40s, 30s, 50s, something like a whole album with that. Um, since everybody knows I have a Tony Award for theater and they know that I am diverse, and I've already proven myself, I think. And we started out with the #1 hit single, We Can Diversify. That's what we're doing.
Mhm.
But they're exquisite songs. Well, I'm saying ooh because these are songs that my daughter and the songwriters and producers brought to me and chose. I mean, I chose them, but they brought them to me.
Right. And you made the final decision.
Yeah, I said, oh, for each one that this is exquisite. Each one of the songs are just. Now I hope everybody likes my rendition of them, but the music is just it's so beautiful.
Mhm.
And I guess I can just say that because I didn't write none of the music, so I'm not worried that somebody's going to worry, well, that I'm taking the credit for anything. But in passing the baton, they're allowing me and helping me to be myself. But the music
So
is beautiful.
So the first time I interviewed you was when Imagine was coming out. So how would you compare Imagine to the new project that's about to be released?
Well, we didn't have the promotional team and the public relations team so much together. I think we should re-release that album. It's beautiful, but this one is growing, and I think what we see now, this is our second album together, that if we are able to continue with me doing, well, we're going to have other artists on the label as well. But if we're able to, or we desire to continue recording me, it's going to continue to evolve because I'm seeing who they are, really, what they would like to see in on the other artists that they bring aboard the gallery. And of course, I'm not so much interested in seeing me because I know what I can do now. So I'm interested in actually helping her run the label so we can bring new artists. That would be my greatest interest.
Right.
I'll do a song here and there, maybe I'll collaborate with some of her younger artists or something. I mean, there's a plethora of possibilities. If I kind of step up, I think, not step back, but a step up and help them be the entrepreneurs that's required to be the label leaders. Let them experiment.
Yeah.
Dr. Todd McLean provides periodontal and dental implant services in 2 convenient locations. They offer over a decade of experience treating patients, and appointments can even be scheduled in the evenings, weekends, or early mornings. Give them a call in Chapel Hill at 919-537-9774 or in Durham at 919-484-8338 or visit them online at gumsandimplants.org.
So is that something like within your career that you've missed like since the Hush days?
Absolutely. Because with Hush, we were a management company, a production company. We were starting to be a film company. We were starting to blossom out and be like total entertainment. And so for me, that was developing really as an entrepreneur, and spreading out into different areas of the entertainment industry. Once that stopped, it stopped. But it's back together again with my daughter because she brought her dad back into the picture. I wasn't too happy about that, but it works. And it's not about me. It is about me. It's about all of us. And what we all have a chance to bring real power to this situation and to how things are done, period, in the world today by setting example and watching how other people are doing things really well to progress the family business, whatever it is. So she brought him aboard, and I think that's another reason why I'm going to have such success with the music because, I mean, he doesn't do this anymore, and whatever he does it's a hobby, but he still does it well. So we're going to have a successful family business in spite of the fact that he and I messed up the marriage. We'll have another chance to do that. I guess I'll allow him to be.
It can't really be that bad.
No, it's not. It's not.
Right. So all right, so like one of the legendary artists from that period, right behind me,
Kashif.
Kashif.
Oh, I see. I remember that blue shirt. That album.
All right,
Yes.
yeah, so Kashif, like you two collaborated quite extensively. Previous conversations we talked about your time working with Van McCoy and your time working with Freddie Jackson. So I just want like a Kashif story.
Well, first of all, Kashif is passed on, of course.
Yes.
But when I got the street named after me in Newark, New Jersey, who should pop up but Tanya? That's his daughter. Well, Tanya and my daughter have grown up together in my apartment, our apartment. So the family is still together. And a Kashif story, can I say? Well, I can tell you, Kashif brought me Paul Lawrence. Brought me Freddie Jackson. Kashif brought me Lala. I can't name all the different people that he brought them to Charles, my ex-husband. And so because of that, I'm trying to think of who else. Yeah, Lilo Thomas. I still work with Lilo. He works as a solo artist too. But I knew Lilo as a backup singer and as a songwriter. So Kashif just brought a plethora of talent to our company, Hush Productions. We became family because my ex-husband, Charles, helped Kashif get a lot of the real estate, the mansions and stuff that he was able to buy, because my ex-husband was in real estate. So he got him these wonderful real estate properties in Connecticut and different areas that made him a very good living, well-to-do man, handsome young man. A lot of stories of Kashif, yeah.
Yeah. So you two collaborated on Love's Coming at You.
No, that was Paul Lawrence, but Kashif brought me Paul. Did you know that Paul Lawrence wrote Rock Me Tonight?
He didn't he write a lot of
Paul
Freddie's?
Lawrence is ridiculous.
What is he doing now?
Relaxing, honey. whenever I'm in near where he lives or where he is, he comes to my shows.
Yeah, because we've always talked about how the Hush legacy doesn't get the attention it deserves, and Paul is obviously one of those that.
Well, that's Charles's fault because he doesn't want the camera on him, but he's really the New York City Berry Gordy.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots and lots of artists that run Hush Productions that still make recordings and that are still pop.
Yeah, I think the fact that your daughter brought him back into the fold and you all are working together is a sign that love wins every time.
That's the best sign. We had some challenges, baby. I didn't ever think that we could overcome them or anything. I just didn't think, it's just the way the circumstances were. And then he was very sick. He went totally out of the business. He's been in like minerals and something totally divorced from anything to do with entertainment. He's been like in Arabia, living in Arabia, living in Africa. So that's how far apart he's been, not just from me, but from America.
Wow.
But actually not from his daughter. So we're very, very, very blessed in that he always loved his daughter. He did some crazy things, but he always loved his daughter. And I think what he's trying to do, he's trying to tell me, I'm sorry for what I did to you. And I'm saying, I forgive you and I'm sorry for what I've done. And so love will win.
Right. And of course, the forgiveness comes with a lot of healing. And
yes,
I know you went through a lot and you documented it and this is it. But what do you do now to just maintain that same wavelength of healing and making sure that no matter what is said or done to you, you still, hold your head up high and keep moving forward?
Well, I have people around me who are very, very much challenged and have difficulties. And so I like to say I stay under the blood and I stay prayerful. And my main activity is God. I'm Catholic, so I'm able to go to church every morning, receive communion, and see what the scripture is for the day. What is he saying for the day? And so it's other people's healings right now. I'm fine now.
I've also seen that
a major way of doing that is my music.
Yeah.
Make sure that the under messages that I'm bringing to it are really from the most holy part, even though it's not like a religious song, so that it's going to heal.
And we always see you on Instagram, especially I do. It's always love. You're always showing love. Even if someone is posting something degrading another person, you're always in the comments, with love.
Well, I get a lot of help with that with my partner, Ron Richardson. But that's the way my team runs because I'm in charge, right? And so if I do well, then we have great projects, and it's their job, of course, to support the projects. So they're actually supporting my philosophy and my theology, and mine is love. Love is your battlefield, not your love, God's love, God's kind of love. Don't know what that is, so I'm a constant student of that because I don't know you, but if I don't look at it the right way, I can hurt you. Really, I can't do that because I'm going to harm myself where I'm at now. I don't want to hurt myself. if I'm going to be selfish, I'm going to find out, well, what do you really want from me now? I have all these different situations that you've brought me out of, and I'm healthy and I'm whole, and I still have an opportunity to perform. What do you want me to do? It really has to be a relationship between me and God. And of course, that has to be love. Of course, God is going to win. Okay.
Yeah, he's undefeated.
Yeah.
S- So you also made a cameo appearance in the movie Tried by Fire
Yeah, that's out now, right?
recently. Yeah, it's out on Tubi.
Yeah.
So like what keeps you excited about acting and hopping on these roles and blessing the screen with your presence?
Well, whatever the film is about, or whatever they want me to do in the film, and then I can still stay for. I think music is my centerpiece, and everything is always coming out of that. And so, if it stays a centerpiece, I think I'll keep getting offered really nice film projects and television projects and theater projects where I'll be doing a cameo or a feature. Whatever it is they want me to do, that will be keep me out there, and in the field where, man, I love the entertainment field. Of course, it's been good to me. I probably would love it anyway, but now I could do some of the things that are just fun to do, just nice to do.
Hmm. All right, so what's next? I know we have the album coming out this fall. You have some performances lined up with the Blue Note in LA and in New York. What else? What else is coming?
Well, the tour is being set,
Okay.
so the dates are filling in, but primarily touring with the book and with the album. At least that's first. Then we'll see what comes out of that.
Right. Well, you mentioned earlier that you didn't feel like you had anything else to prove, but like when you look in the mirror, do you feel like you still have something to prove?
Yeah, I guess to myself because, well, first to myself, because life is fragile and whatever you have today, well, maybe you look at it at the end of the day and you look at it the next day to look back and see, did I do the right thing? I thought it was right. And the proof will be daily. Is it something that you should continue to do? In that sense, I have something to prove like, each day,
Hmm.
because it should be looked at as something that's living and breathing and can change in your circumstances, and the world can change. So you want to, I guess you want to prove to yourself that you're alive or waking up on your toes. And especially now, that I'm a senior citizen now. You can think things a certain way and they're not. So I guess I want to prove that I saw what I saw. And I did what I did. I should still do that tomorrow.
Right. So my final question, circling back to a previous conversation we had about the impact of Lift Every Voice and Sing. And I was saying the world needs another version with you assembling a new cast to sing with you.
Maybe that's an idea.
Right.
Because I was just thinking somebody else should do that. But maybe I should do it again, but assemble another cast. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I think you still have plenty of connections.
I'm going to remember that. I'm going to write that down.
Okay.
Maybe that's an idea we can do.
Well, then I guess I can't ask you of a couple people that you would enlist first, but
If you can suggest some people.
let's see. Lift every voice and sing. I mean, I think you should obviously have a mixture of old and new. So I guess from the 70s or 80s, I mean, I'd still go with New Edition again.
Oh,
I'd bring them into the fold. I'd bring in, I think, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to help with
oh.
the production side of it. Let's see. I'm a huge fan of Tamia. Somebody like Tamia.
But you know what? Okay, hold on one second.
You taking notes?
Yeah, for Jimmy Jam, Tamia.
Like Stokely from Mint Condition and Nesby, because
Ooh,
Optimistic is my favorite song of all time.
ooh.
So Ann Nesby. Let's see. I'll think of one more. One more kind of outside the box. How about Kim? So those are a few that I wouldn't
Well,
mind seeing.
start with that. That's a great. Let me see. Let me make a note. Okay. Me, lift every voice and sing. Yeah. I was thinking someone else should do it, but I didn't think that. I got so much on my mind, I didn't think about it.
Hmm.
That's a great idea. Thank you.
All right. So
I'll put you in
you're
the
available. You're available now for theatrical bookings and concerts and festivals and
Yeah.
special engagements
Yes.
around the world.
Yes, I'm available.
So you having fun out there. I like that.
I am, yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so We can find you on IamMelbaMoore.com. Like you said, new album dropping later this year. She's all over the place. Miss Marvelous, the legend, Miss Melba Moore. Thank you once again, and love wins every time.
Thank you so very much. This was fabulous. Excuse me, marvelous. And
Marvelous. All right, Miss Moore. Looking forward to the music and of course talking again.
thank you so very much.
And seeing what you do with Lift Every Voice and Sing Part 2.
Yes, gotta put
All right.
new edition.
All right. All right. So for Stop, Look, and Listen, I'm your host, LeTroy Gardner. See you next week. Peace and blessings.